We are seeing a brave new world, as it's called, coming into view, where AIs are replacing human beings. And eventually they'll say, well, human beings are no longer needed. They're just useless eaters. But slowly they're going to remove the human race. These very extreme wealthy 1% that rule the world, they basically want the world to be ruled by robots. They don't want what they consider useless eaters on the planet. Like I told you in the last message, we're contemptible to them, you know. But I want to read something to you. McDonald's talking about replacing employees with McRobots. And this is old news, but it's not, because it's still in the works. Remember, the elite, these corporations, they love to use what's called double speak or double talk. They like to introduce an idea and then say it's not going to happen, and then they spring it on people later on down the road. But they're looking for a reaction. They're looking to see the people's reaction. And so they're trying to sell it as being cool. You know, go to McDonald's and let a robot. Now you don't have to wait on, you know, someone to take your order. You just go up to a screen and punch it in, and you know. So let me read a little bit here to you. McDonald's CEO, robots won't replace workers despite tech opportunities. Now listen to the wording here. McRobots are not coming to a McDonald's near you just yet. Notice the wording. According to Steve Easterbrook, the company's chief executive officer, his comments came 2 days after one of the fast food giant's former U.S. chief executives suggested that a minimum wage of $15 an hour could lead to McDonald's replacing its workers with robots. Wonder why he's former chief executive officer. Must have lost his job somehow here. I wonder if not God didn't judge this man, or in some way this is judgment, because he tried to, you know, God doesn't take it too kindly to those that oppress the poor, oppress the those that don't have much, you know. And when you're living on minimum wage of $7 to $8 an hour, and somebody tries to suppress the possibility of you getting a little more, $15 an hour, you know, God doesn't take too lightly to that. So I wonder what happened to this chief executive officer, why he's the former CEO of McDonald's. But anyway, moving on, I digress. McDonald's is replacing its workers with robots. Okay, Easterbrook was speaking at the company's annual shareholders meeting when he said that technology is not likely. Notice the wording he's using. It's not likely to lead to job elimination at McDonald's. He didn't say it won't. He said it's not likely. See, they always leave themselves an open end. You know, it's always open-ended. It's never concrete or solid. It's doublespeak. Listen to what he says. It's a topic of discussion right now, he said, when asked by one of the shareholders if the higher minimum wage would lead to shift to more automated services. McDonald's is in a service business and will always have an important human element, Easterbrook said. Yeah, but what human element will it have? That's the question. If we were able to automate certain non-valuable added processes in the restaurant, we would do that because that's a smart thing to do. But then that gives us more opportunity to bring back that manpower to the front of the house, where we can offer a better dining experience area. You know what he's saying? A better area for the dining experience? What's he talking about? He's talking about people to clean tables, I guess. talking about cleaning the floors. You see what I'm saying here? It's like they just want to keep pushing you down. Usually when you start at McDonald's, you start there and you work your way up to management. Well, now they want to push you down and want to keep you as just cleaning tables and cleaning floors. Let the robots run the registers and the things that make you seem a little bit intelligent, even though your mind's been replaced by a computer in every aspect today. Most people can't even use, do a simple mathematical equation or give back change to a person from their mind or using their brain. Now they get to do it with a computer. McDonald's expects to roll out table service at 400 stores in UK. So now they're talking about making waiters and waitresses at McDonald's. Can you imagine McDonald's having waiters and waitresses now? Before you know it, you'll have to offer a tip. You won't be able to get out of McDonald's without paying a tip on top of your regular meal. It won't be fast food anymore, I guess. By the end of this year, I don't see it as being a risk to job elimination. It might change the nature of the jobs in our restaurants. Earlier in the meeting, Easterbrook said that the strategy at the core of the company's turnaround plan was putting customers back at the center of everything we do and adapting to customers instead of asking customers to adapt to the company. He says, frankly, technology is something that our customers are embracing, he said. We want to adapt to that. It is not actually meant to be labor replacement. We can just reappropriate or reapportion that labor into the more service-oriented roles, he said. 2 days before the shareholders' annual meeting, former U.S. boss Ed Rezzi told the Fox Business that it's cheaper to buy a $35,000 robotic arm than it is to hire an employee who's efficient making $15 an hour bagging French fries. Easterbrook did not address the potential effects of a higher federal minimum wage or the fight for 15 protests taking place outside the meeting. Not everyone, however, was thrilled with all McDonald's updates. So, you hearing it, folks. I mean, they're saying with one side of the mouth, they're saying, oh, no, it's not going to replace. But then down at the bottom, he says a $35,000 robotic arm would replace an employee. So which is it? I mean, you could just hear the doublespeak in this right here. So you can be assured that the future is going to be robots everywhere replacing human beings. It's just inevitable, and it's not a matter of if it could happen. It's a matter of when it's going to happen, and it's going to happen faster than you can imagine. Anybody that protests and tries to say anything about the pay that they're getting is going to be replaced by a computer. It's just that simple. And that's what they're doing at McDonald's. They're saying, look, you want to protest and say you want more money, and you want to start, trying to change laws in America because we're not paying you enough, we'll show you. And so this is their strong arm approach. Well, I think God judged this first CEO that said that. And now they replaced him with another CEO. Not sure why he lost his job again, but maybe he was promoted. Who knows? But the point is, actually, I don't know how you could be promoted beyond a CEO, but I guess, I don't know. Anyway, the point is that God doesn't take very lightly to this, people, when the poor are oppressed. God's judgment is the greatest upon those that oppress the poor. So, here, a word to the wise, you out there that would oppress the poor. You just know that God is going to come down on you hard, just like he probably did with this CEO that lost his job for what unseen reason, not sure why, but it's a serious thing when you oppress the poor.